Hello, Sagittarius. My name is Antoinette. Welcome to Pretty Baby Tarot. All right, let's see what comes out for you guys. Some of you are getting ready to move. For a higher pay, or some of you are wanting to make more money. Some of you may have gotten married for money. Some of you witness people get married just for money. Some of you are realizing that money does not buy happiness. All right. Holy Spirit, can I get messages for Sagittarius? Some of you are realizing like you have commitment issues. Some of you are realizing things ended because of just that. All right, Sagittarius. Father. Some of you really don't get along with your father very much. Some of you didn't have a father figure growing up. Some of you bumped heads with your father your entire childhood. Tell me more that's father for Sagittarius. 1 second. Sorry, Sag. Orphan for Sag. It's a lot, but we're going to take it. Some of you really witnessed a lot of toxicity growing up within, your parents' relationship. 1 second. Goodness. I can't see what they are right now. Or I'd grab them. 1 second. Sorry, Dad. All right. Some of you are realizing why your marriage, if you've went through, if you've had a marriage, why I think the marriage didn't work. You may be realizing like it's a lot like what you witnessed growing up. So if you are in a marriage, you may have watched, and it's ended, and you're realizing like maybe, a marriage ended because you were non-committal. For some of you, you're realizing you haven't gotten married because you're non-committal. Some of you are realizing spouse. So some of you are realizing, I'm not married because I'm non-committal. Some of you are realizing I, picked up a lot of toxic behaviors from my parents, and that's why I'm non-committal. Or, I'm in a toxic marriage because I witnessed a toxic marriage growing up. Yeah, spouse on the deck. But you're realizing, you're in your feelings about this. So if you watched your parents stay together for finances, you're repeating that cycle. Or maybe you focus so much on your finances that you don't have time to get married. I heard distraction. So maybe use work as a distraction on, keeps you busy. Some of you are, getting, I'm hearing a divorce, and you're letting go of a marriage you know is not healthy for you, because you're learning why things didn't work out. You know, if you are in a commitment, you're realizing it's unhealthy and you're letting it go. And you're, you know, in your feelings about it. But you're realizing, like, you know, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, it's not a healthy one. If you are realizing you're not, you know, non-committal, or you're realizing why you're not married, it's like you're acknowledging why you're not married. You know, it's like you're getting in your own way. And if that's the case, you're realizing maybe you used to point the finger at people, and I feel like now you're pointing inward. Baby at the bottom of the deck. So you're realizing, like, it's about you. It's not about anybody else. Yeah. It's like you're looking at the lessons and blessing. Like, even now realizing, like, your parents were really toxic growing up. And it's like you're learning, you know, I shouldn't have did that, or I shouldn't be like that, or I shouldn't have made that decision. I'm taking ownership is what I'm hearing, Sagittarius. But you're learning to forgive, or you know, father and mother issues may be something that you need to look at. Yeah. On why your relationships have not worked out. So don't just look at the negative aspects when it comes to your mother and your father. It's like, learn from them, you know, look at, you know, the good things that they had, the things that were healthy that you got to witness, and then look at the things that were bad and realize, like, hey, okay, you know, this was beautiful about their relationship, but, you know, this is something toxic that I repeated. And, you know, take the good in with the bad, and, you know, look at the good things, and, you know, put that into a relationship you decide to go into, and then take the bad and release it. Holding on to things only causes resentment, and there's no growth from it. So, you know, if you watched a non-committal father, realize that, you know, you need to be in a relationship, you need to be faithful. If you realized a father and mother were only together for money and it was toxic, learn from that as well. You know, the key for us is to learn from our parents' toxic behaviors and not repeat them. But of course, we all go through and we repeat that lesson a couple times. Don't be hard on yourself. But it's like, we have to learn from them. My nose is itching. Learn and not repeat. So if you found yourself repeating these toxic cycles, it's time to put that to an end. You know, if you're in a commitment where you're in your feelings and it's unhealthy, it's time to walk away. If you have a fear of commitment, it's time to look into that as well. You know, if you witnessed, one second, sorry. If you know, have been focusing so much on money, maybe your mother was all about money, or maybe your mother stayed in a relationship because of money, it's time to end that, because that's not going to be where you're happy at. Codependency, you know, like I said, learn the lessons, take them as blessings, even the hard ones. If you're in an unhealthy marriage, it's time to walk away. You're only going to stay in a toxic cycle as long as you want to. And in that case, you can't really blame anybody but yourself. Okay. If you... It's like the whole key is to realize the good and the bad we witnessed growing up, and to not repeat them. you know, love life. If we want a healthy love life, we have to let the bad things that we witness die. You know, if we witness toxic things growing up, it's up to us not to repeat them. We are the writers of our destiny. You know, it's our job to forgive the people who didn't give us a good example. And, you know, acknowledge what would have been a healthy example. So if you witnessed a toxic, you know, relationships in your environment, the whole, you know, or if your dad was in and out of your life, it's like you have to, you know, so if you have commitment issues, the whole thing is to, you know, realize, like, you know, my dad being non-committal caused a lot of turmoil in, you know, my life or in my relationships, and maybe that's why I'm non-committal. It's like things are so much deeper than, you know, what we feel. It's like it all goes back to our childhood. You know, the hardships that we go through, generational curses I'm hearing. Yeah, it all goes back to our childhood. The things that we witness are usually the things that we repeat. You know, if you maybe weren't as fortunate growing up and money was an issue, maybe you didn't have food all the time, so now you overcompensate and you work too much. Or maybe you didn't have that much growing up and now all you want to do is focus on work, but you're realizing that's affecting your love life. That's something you witness as well. You know, it's like Sagittarius, you either need to look at all these issues, or you are looking at all these issues. You're going to the root of the issue, which is where all the healing's at, which is great, Sag. So, Sagittarius, if this message resonates, please feel free to hit the like button. On Facebook, if you would like a personal read, please feel free to inbox me. I hope this helps you do some sort of healing. Have a great night, Sag. I'll talk to you later, loves. Bye.